Hello, golden viewers of gold. If a man can write a better book or preach a better sermon or make a better mousetrap than his neighbor, even if he builds his house in the woods, the world will make a beaten path to his door. Yes, be the best of whoever you are and be the best at whatever you do. If you are, the world is going to recognize you, praise you, even pay you to come before kings and queens and into mansions and palaces to strut your stuff, to do what you know how to do best. Making people happy and inspiring the world is all we know how to do best. You're welcome, because this is gold. Let's go for gold.
Today on Gold.
As we have seen, the importance of winning and losing cannot be overstated, because no champion becomes a champion without experiencing both. In the end, just like Usman, I want you to say, I've already proved that I have all it takes to be a champion. I'm right there. A champion of the day will inspire your soul, make you feel your odds, give you hopes, and encourage you to go for gold. This amazing leadership and executive coach believes in the power of tongue. Her words, I wasn't born to fit in, I was born to stand out. The confident Claire is on goal to share her beautiful journey to happiness and freedom. You must change things, for we know if we don't change things, things will never change. What you think and say is what you will do. Being among Brand Magazine's top 500 global entrepreneurs and influential people organized by the CREA Awards confirms that you can call into existence what you want. If Oprah Winfrey, Elon Musk, Robert Kiyosaki, and other influential people are also among the top 500, then meeting them or rubbing shoulders with them is not far-fetched, because she wants to be interviewed by Oprah. King Nee interviewed her first on Gold.
Hi, my name is Claire Muller. I'm a leadership executive and business coach. I am honored to be on Gold, and I cannot wait to go through some of the inspiring things that have impacted my life, and I hope it impacts yours too. For people who are going through a lot, what I have to say is nothing comes easy. You have to continue working hard, and I don't believe that you need to work hard all of the time, but you've got to be consistent. You need to be tenacious in what it is that you want, and you need to know what it is that you want to begin with. If you don't know what you want or where you want to go, who's going to know for you? You've got to have your own roadmap as to where you are headed. And it's important, I think, with everything that has been going on, people's mental health and suicides that have been on the rise after 2020. It's never too late to change. Colonel Sanders, the guy that started KFC, started his business at the age of 65. Oprah Winfrey made it much later on in her life. She failed a couple of times. Failure is a stepping stone to success. And I don't know where I heard it, but it was in an entrepreneurial group that I belonged to. And we used to say, you've got to fail forward. Fail forward. It's like, fine, you failed. Dust yourself off. Carry on going. Look at the next best thing. Success is what you decide success is. You've got to define your own success. You need to know what success means to you. And I think society has made a lot of mistakes in cultivating the mindsets that we have, because your mindset is literally everything that you've taken in. Experiences through the senses and through what you've been taught, through what you've constantly been drummed into you. And we've got society that thinks that success is competing with the neighbor or the friend or whoever it is and doing better than them. And I've said it a couple of times, and I'll say it again, that in society we've got a very competitive society. I want you to do well, just not better than me. And that right there is very scary, and it's sad, because if I'm your friend, if I'm your family, I want you to do well. Your doing well has got nothing to do with me. I'm on my own path. What I see going on in the world that makes me really happy is seeing people support each other, seeing support go beyond just the person that is sitting next to me. People that are really wanting to help each other, whether it be just a word of encouragement, a helping hand, a shoulder, or a listening ear. And we see it also often that it's the people that are closest to you that aren't always necessarily very supportive, and it can be a complete stranger, but you never know as a complete stranger who you are actually helping out and how you are making a difference, like positive impact. I love that. My definition of success is positive impact. So I worked on a methodology and I called it Heart Success. And I published an article about it in the Brains magazine. I think it was in 2021. So depending on your progression as an individual, going from competing with others, measuring yourself against others, it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of effort. But you are trying to impress people you're not even sure you like. And when you start working a little bit more with your mindset and mastering we get to the self-mastery part much later, but when you are working on mindset and you're not about the measurement of how I'm competing against someone else or with someone else, and I'm competing against myself only, I'm looking only at what it is that I'm doing, I then start moving away from putting so much time and effort into impressing others, but rather trying to influence others. And we go even deeper into that, and I start go even more into my mindset, and I get to the point of not just self-awareness, but personal mastery. And this is what I do a lot with the leaders, is personal mastery. I'm not then putting in, it doesn't take as much effort, it doesn't take as much energy and time for me to master not just myself and stop measuring and still working a little bit on mindset, but honestly speaking, where it then goes to is not just influence but positive impact. Success then means that if I have created a positive impact, or I continue to create a positive impact, it then becomes a legacy. And when it is a legacy, even after you have left, that legacy keeps on going because I've positively impacted you. You feel warm and fuzzy and you want to do something good for the next person, positively impacting the next person. And you have no idea how far that legacy could possibly go, because if you impact one person and that one person impacts 10, and those 10 impact another 10 and another 10 and another 10, pretty soon the little thing that you've done for one person has gained mileage.
My golden viewers of gold, we only have what we give. Think about that. Let us go for an inspiring break on gold. We are coming back, and when we come back, we'll give you all we have. A person with a golden heart is filled with love and likes to see whatever they start completed and well done. Please help somebody today, because every charitable act is a stepping stone towards heaven. And if you want to fall in love with a golden-hearted person, just like me. My heart is golden. Let your heart be golden.
Hello, my name is Agnes Hovi of African Women in Agriculture, AWEA, and this is Gold. AWEA stands for African Women in Agriculture. We're an agricultural empowerment organization based in Johannesburg, South Africa. We have 3 business units. The first one is a farming operation in Johannesburg South. Second one is a training academy, also based in Johannesburg South. And we have a network of farmers, suppliers, and players in the agricultural value chain. 2 of our greatest achievements are that we started in 2018, and to date we have trained 240 women and 20 men. Additionally, the second achievement is that we have started 23 community projects, which were started by our beneficiaries in their local organizations, all of which are agricultural projects to benefit their communities. The reason why AWARE was created was to deal with the challenges of, firstly, food security, unemployment and job creation, and entrepreneurship. So those are the things that we focus on, is creating gardens for communities, gardens for individuals in their backyards. We also try to create agribusinesses, agricultural businesses for young people and for young women. We're living in a world full of lots of challenges, and you're only aware of the challenges that are around you. So we deal with food security because we all need to eat 3 times a day. So that's the impact we've decided to have on the world. But while we're tackling food security, we'd also like to create jobs so that people can leave their homes and start selling vegetables and create agricultural businesses for themselves. What is going on in the world that makes me happy is the Africa Rising narrative. I love the focus on our continent, on our foods, on our fabric, on our music. There's a lot of focus on the beauties of Africa, tourism, our animals, our resorts. So I'd love it if we Africans could take full advantage and create viable economic opportunities from all these wonderful things that we have at our disposal. I think the 4 major keys to success, number 1 is your relationship with God, whoever that is in your world. Second thing is your attitude. You have to have a good attitude. Life is going to beat you down. Things are going to happen that are unexpected. You need to have a positive attitude. The third thing is resilience, the ability to bounce back. So when things don't go well, you need to dust yourself up, get back up again, and keep doing it. And the fourth one is be happy. Happiness cannot be bought. Smiles are free. There's so many things in this world that make us sad. Let's smile, let's be happy. Let's spread joy as much as we can. My golden words for all you fabulous Gold viewers. Life can throw at you all sorts of unexpected challenges. And the only thing you can control is not what happens outside you, it's what happens inside of you. And inside of us, we have so much strength, so much courage. We all can deal with difficult times. We think we're weak, but we've got so much strength. We can lean on God, we can lean on our families, we can lean on our friends, we can lean on our communities. All the people, the wonderful people we surround ourselves with, are there to support us through difficult times. Tough times don't last, tough people do. My favorite quote is from a gentleman. His name is Zig Ziglar. The quote says, "You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great." So a lot of us have all these brilliant ideas in our minds. I want to do this, I want to do that, but we never get started. Start, because you'll never know how wonderful your project, your idea is until you start. So start and be great.
You either throw in the towel or you use it to wipe the sweat off your face and keep moving forward. Let us be inspired by people who came before us, people who wouldn't give up, and people who didn't throw in the towel. Be inspired.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. He said, "I learned something from all these years of lifting and training hard. What I learned was that we are always stronger than we know." Firstly, his parents worried that he was obsessed with training, but Schwarzenegger had his eyes on a goal. That goal was to leave his little village behind and become a success in America. Schwarzenegger started lifting weights at the age of 15 and won the Mr. Universe title at the age of 20, subsequently winning Mr. Olympia competition 7 times. After 20 years, he was the world's biggest movie star. His advice is, always know what you want to do or what you want to be. In 2003, he was elected governor of California and a household name around the world. His is the greatest immigrant success story of our time.
The best way not to feel hopeless is to get up and do something. Do not wait for good things to happen. What if you go out and make some good things happen? You will fill the world with hope. You will fill yourself with hope. Thanks a lot, Barack Obama. That is the way I see it. Let's go on the street and talk to our believer. Of course, make some good things happen. Inspire the world on the street.
Okay, shout out usually to Boy Tabo. It's a homeboy from Dobsonville, Soweto. Okay, basically I'm just going to give an inspirational talk. Whatever day I'm grateful is because I got a job. It's been hard for me right through all these years. You know, I come from Soweto, different background where the poverty strikes, but then I'm grateful I got a job. You got to keep pushing in life. Whatever you want, just keep pushing and everything's going to be good for you.
Steve Harvey says your career is what you're paid for and your calling is what you're made for. And I say, yes, you can survive with daily income, but you can live your life to the fullest with once in a lifetime idea or project, just like gold. Let us go for another beautiful break on gold. When we come back, we'll dare to do the undone. We're still on gold. Champions are treasures that are full of wisdom, love, affection, happiness, joy, and remember, our champions are made by their persistence and passion. Learn how to be a great champion on gold because our champion of the day is still here, inspiring souls on gold. Are you ready? Let's go for gold with our champion of the day.
I am a woman of God, so one of the things that I do to keep myself motivated, uplifted, not always easy. We take on a lot of things from other people. We worry about them, we stress about them. And the thing that keeps me the most grounded is meditation, in the Word of God, playing music. I love music, and I'm not just talking about like the secular or the gospel or whatever. I love music, even instrumental. And it's things, it's coping mechanisms that I found for myself. So you've got to look at what works for you. And if it is me time, or if it is, for some people it's sport. For other people it literally is that they just need time out in nature. Find what works for you and do it often to kind of offload some of the stuff that we carry, the baggage that we carry. But my go-to on a daily basis is God. My wish for gold is that gold continues to grow, that the impact becomes even larger, that destiny helpers will find the team of gold, and the right people will get to see what is going on and produce the funding, come in with whatever it is that they can possibly do to grow Gold TV, and yeah, just prosperity. Lots of prosperity. If I gave any advice with regards to finding a coach, find yourself a coach that you feel comfortable with, because they are going to be your sounding board. They're going to be that, I don't want to call it a best friend, but they are going to partner with you on your journey. And they're going to want the best for you, which means you're going to have to be incredibly personal in certain areas and really open up to them. And in order to do that, you need to be comfortable with them. So that would be a good coach. And I can't necessarily point out one particular good coach because they all have their strengths, they all have their niches that they work in. And it literally is all about the client and not about the coach. If you ask me to tell you something about that I find incredibly inspiring of what it is that I was able to do for myself, I'm going to go to a Bible verse, and it is Proverbs 18:21. And it's life and death is in the power of the tongue. And those who live by it and speak it literally eat those fruits. And if anything, mindset is a lot about that, because what you think and what you say and what you do just perpetuates even more. And if I go back to 2015 when I did my first life coaching course, my friends, I spoke to a couple of my friends and I said to them, one day Oprah's going to come out of retirement and interview me. And they laughed about it. And I kept on saying it, and I kept on saying it to them. Every time I'm like, Oprah's coming, watch the space, we're one step closer, we're one step closer. And when I was awarded the Brains magazine top 500 global entrepreneurs and people and influencers to not just watch, but it's an honored award. And I was shocked to see that on the list of the top 500, Oprah Winfrey was there. And I phoned one of my friends, this must have been about 10 p.m. in the evening, and I said to her, I just want to tell you, you know that thing that I've been saying for years now? She says, yes, Oprah's coming out of retirement to interview you. I said, yes, I'm one step closer. And she says, what are you talking about? I said, well, I just received an award from Brains magazine for the global top 500. It's called the CREA Award, C-R-E-A. And Oprah Winfrey's on that list. So it's like Oprah Winfrey, Elon Musk, Jim Quick, Robert Kiyosaki, Mel Robbins. These are all global people, and they're like the movers and the shakers. And I said, I'm one step closer, Oprah's coming. And I'm still standing on that. I received the award this year again. So watch this space. What I love about millennials is they challenge it. They challenge the system, they challenge authority, and respectfully. What I would like to see millennials do more often, because I coach a couple of groups of youth as well. And what I pick up quite a lot is that there is a sense of why even bother, like the economical state, people are losing their jobs, why should I even study? What difference is it going to actually make? Why do I even need to put in an effort? It's very demoralizing, very demotivating for them. And I just want to say to them that it doesn't mean that you have to go the formal route of, and I'm saying this with kid clubs obviously, go the formal route of studying and working in a corporate. The corporate world, or the globe itself, corporate cannot continue to provide for the entire society, for the entire nation. And I'm not just talking South Africa, I'm talking in general. And entrepreneurship is required. It's job creation. It is doing things that the big corporates can't do. And if there's anything, start that business. Start that small business and support those side hustles. Okay, my 4 keys to success: believing in something greater than yourself. So for me, that's God. And family is something that I'm very family oriented. So it's not just the support of family, but it is the love of family. And it's not necessarily the same for everybody else, but family can also be who you choose to be. Okay, so family, your support structure. The third thing is definitely your mindset. Work on your mindset, personal mastery, be very self-aware of who it is that you are and what it is that you want to do. It's never too late to find your purpose, even if it is later on in life. You can live a happy life, but it is your choice, and that's where the mindset comes in. And the fourth one I would definitely say is find yourself a mentor and find yourself a coach. And never stop developing yourself. Go into self-development. So get yourself a coach, get yourself a mentor. Read, and I'm not going to say just self-help books, but go to seminars, go to conferences, invest in yourself.
God is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning, the end, the first, the last, the in, the out, the A, the Z, the decider, the comforter, the healer, the teacher, the uncommanded commander. Hear me out. No matter how corrupt our government may be, our institutions may be, our associations may be, our family, friends, and fans may be, our religions may be, our leaders may be, one thing should never change: our trust in God. By His grace, we will see you next time on Gold. Go for gold.